go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, brownies, here we go, here we go, brownies, here we go, here we go, brownies, here we go, here we go, here we go. Cleveland is the city and town, orange and brown. You know what's going down, we reppin' that dog pound. Fans going crazy, dogs want a bone. Offense headed straight to the end zone. Ground game, pound game, this is our season. Now we need to stop. Let's go defense, special team, running back 6 for the score. Extra point good and the whole crowd roar. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
What's up and what's good? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Loc'd Sports 216 Cleveland Browns pregame edition with me, Keith Allen, and along with me, my man from Columbus.
Ed in Columbus, that's right. What's up? Is that the Grinch on you?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And that's a method to my madness today. It's definitely a method to the madness today because I got some key points on how the Browns got to come today as they take on the Chicago Bears. As you see right there, change stuff up a little bit. Browns take on the Chicago Bears. The Cleveland Browns are 8-5, and they are in 5th place in the AFC, which means that they're ahead of the wild card race. With a bunch of teams Cincinnati is 8-6, and a bunch of teams at 7-6 and 7-7. Also, the Indianapolis Colts are 8-6 as well. My mistake, and Pittsburgh is falling off the cliff. Not that I mind, but
right. No, right.
They're falling off the cliff. They're still in their own Christmas and everything. But anyway, so what's going on with you, Ed?
Well, just living the dream. It's a nice rainy day in Columbus. It looks like it's that way up north in Cleveland as well during the Bears and Browns game. So I don't know I don't know if that bodes well for us, considering Justin Fields is a running quarterback, and with sloppy conditions, he knows where he's going, and we don't know where he's going. So we'll see. We just got to get major hats on him, if you know what I mean. Make sure that if he does decide to run, we make him pay for it. But the weather doesn't exactly, I don't think, bodes well for us today. It'd be different if we had Nick Chubb and the running game was, and I know statistically people are going to say, well, it's just as good, the running game. Well, Nick Chubb's a difference maker, and I would take him over any stable of running backs that we have. But like I said, today we got to keep an eye on Justin Fields, and I think that's going to be JOK's biggest assignment.
Yes, sir. Now let me get to the particulars real quick. First of all, everybody, the chat lines are open to those of you on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. The chat lines are open. I know you're getting ready and prepared for the game, which I figure as much, but holler at us. Definitely holler at us. Also, let's go here and get the scrolling under here. There we go. Subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. Subscribe to that, and you'll get content from this show. Also, Locked On Sports when it comes on Thursday. And there'll be some new stuff coming up in the year 2024. New stuff in the year coming up in 2024. But first, I'm going to go to my board. As you all know, that I have a board every Sunday. Keys to the Browns' victory. Let's see. Got 6 keys. And we're going to go to the first when you said Justin Fields. Because everybody knows, damn, we have trouble with mobile quarterbacks. And he might be potentially the best mobile quarterback.
I would agree with that. I would agree. Right now, he's probably number one in the NFL. You look at his fantasy numbers. If he's going to have a big running game, he does put over 100 yards on the ground. So yeah, making him a primary passer, especially with the weather conditions today being rainy. If that's what he's got to do and throw the ball, I'll take my chances.
Because I would say this: if he goes 200 and 100,
Oh, we
the
lost.
Browns are in trouble.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
If he goes 200 to 100, the Browns are in trouble. So the Browns have to make Justin Fields primarily a passer today. They got to make him a passer, even though the conditions of rain and all that probably don't dictate it. They have to make him a passer today, which leads into number 2, establishing both lines of scrimmage. Browns have to win on both lines of scrimmage, especially on defense today. Especially on defense today, because I'm going to be honest, I can't depend on Joe Flacco to throw for 300 yards every game.
No. And we shouldn't have to expect that. What we need him to be is that game manager per se, where he throws high percentage passes, he throws a deep ball when it's open. But yeah, to say that you need him to throw over 300 yards or do something miraculous, especially in the circumstances that are going to be today at Cleveland Brown Stadium, ridiculous. Controlling the lines of scrimmage will help control that. You run the football with Jerome Ford, and you get those 2nd and 5s. 2nd and 3s, put them in good down and distance where they can control the play clock selection or the play selection. Then yeah, it'll be advantageous. But like you said, every game is controlled at the line of scrimmage. Just like every battlefield is, and you win that, and then you're going to have success.
Yes, definitely. That is so true. Also, let's go here. My third point: physical ground and pound, which you had just brought up. Physical ground and pound. The Browns have to establish that. They have to be physical, and they have to ground and pound. They got to get the running game going today. Flat
I
out.
agree. I agree with that, and also no, this gets into another subject that I don't really want to get into, but it also comes down to the whole dome or no dome. The reason why a lot of people don't want a dome is because of games like in December where the weather elements play a factor, and I know it's not snowing, but the rain is definitely going to be a factor in today's game. So use that to your advantage. I think we are a better running team than the Chicago Bears, except for Justin Fields, obviously. But like I said, if we make him a primary passer as your first point on the board, then we take care of number 1, and then we establish the number 3 ourselves, but we limit them where the running backs aren't beating us. And it's, what I'm saying, then that's what we have to do. And especially in the elements would hopefully dictate that to be in our favor today.
Yes, definitely. Which leads to, I'm about to get to number 4 in a second. What does that say, Ed?
Well, that says no cuteness, get nasty and physical. But I want to say one thing. I think that really means one word. Kevin, don't get too cute, because I love it when you say that. And when you bust out the Kevin, the Home Alone Kevin kind of thing that you bust out, we know what you're talking about, especially on Locked On Sports 216 if you've been with us the whole year. When Keith says Kevin, that basically says don't get cute and get out of your own way.
Kevin, don't make this more difficult than it has to be.
Thank you.
Don't. Physical. Today, with the rain and all that, make it nasty, dirty, everything. Make it unpleasurable for the Bears today. Don't try to do no cutesy trick plays, them cutesy pass plays, none of that bullshit. Don't get cute. Get nasty and physical.
Yeah.
Nasty and physical. Today is not the day for all that. It is not the day for all that. Get nasty and physical. And I bet you good things will come. Let's see what else we have here. 5. Seize the moment presented. The Browns have a chance to really set their own destiny. And today is the gateway. You beat the Chicago Bears today. You're 9-5. With 3 games left to go. CJ Stroud's not playing today for Houston. You have an opportunity to distance yourself. And going into Houston, you're going to ride the momentum of this win. Because if the Browns win today, the city is going to go crazy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For real. The city is going to go crazy if they win today. But they have to be in the present moment at hand, and they have to win today. It is crucial. What you got to say on that, Ed?
I love that point, and here's why, because it's so easy to look ahead. You look at their next 4 games, including today. You got, Chicago, you got the Texans, you got the Jets, and then you got the Bengals. And you look at that, and you look at the Browns roster, and, rightfully so, you look at it on paper, and you say the Browns have a very good chance of winning all those games. But, the team, it's us fans, fanatics. We can go ahead and do that. Doesn't matter if Keith and Ed in Columbus decide to say, oh, we're going to go 4-0 and have this pipe dream. Doesn't really matter. We're not playing the game. It matters what the players think and what they're feeling and what they're thinking and how they're preparing. And so you're saying being present in the moment. Obviously, today, you got to go 1-0 today, because then it really sets you up. Like you said, being 9-5 puts you in the driver's seat, because you got 3 games left. 3 winnable games. Say you go 2 out of 3 of those games, that gets you at your 11 wins. And what we predicted earlier in this year, I said 11-6 for the Browns. I think you're very similar. You said maybe 12-5, 11-6 as well.
11-6.
See, so that then, like I said, then you're on point and on target with your win total. That should be good enough to get you into the playoffs. But like I said, putting that little bit of distance in between us, I don't think. I think Tony Grossi tweeted this out, and I think he's absolutely right. No matter what had happened yesterday and today, the Browns will not lose their number 5 seed, but that you still don't want to go into.
You don't want to be in that.
You don't want to play that, because because next week, okay, you don't lose the 5 seed this week, but next week, with different things, you may win next week, but with different tiebreakers and all the things that's going to break the AFC, you may not be the 5th seed, or maybe the 6th seed come week, the second or last week. You don't want to put yourself in that position. Win all the games you can. Today's a very winnable game. So to your point, Keith, stay in the moment, stay present, be 1-0, and get the job done for the city of Cleveland. Because I want to go into next week's Christmas and everything, and I want to go into the feeling of that Cleveland's on fire. Cleveland's feeling good, because it's been such a long time. It's been 3 years, but that was a COVID year. Cleveland deserves to have winning football, and yes. I can't wait to hopefully celebrate. My son too, also, by the way, he's really into Browns football, and it's one thing that he's getting into it, which I love, obviously being from Cleveland and being a Browns fan. But he goes to school, and there's Bengals fans, there's other sorts of fans. So their success or lack of success and our success is kind of correlated to each other. So anytime he can go to school on a Monday, not only being a victory Monday, but one in which that the Browns are showing dominance and being a perennial playoff team, because it's not just about this year. It's about, hey, building the future for the foundation that we want to get to. And this year is very pivotal to getting that done.
Yes, and adding to what you said as well, you don't want to be in a position where you're 8-6, and let's just say Houston lucks up and wins today.
Right,
they're 8-6. Then next week, CJ Stroud will definitely be back.
Yes,
and with all the injuries that we have, even though today we do get back to Ward today.
Yes, the Warden is back. Yes.
Thank God he's back. Welcome back, Denzel. But with all the injuries to Thornhill, Maurice Hurst, Oberonko, he's hurt. It's like it's a mass unit out there. And you don't have your starting safeties. No Del Pitt either.
That's right. He's on IR yeah.
So you got to seize the moment, take control early, put Chicago into submission early, and try to coast.
Yes.
And win this game, because it is huge and important. Which brings me to the last point, and we all know I've been saying this all year, but for some reason, what does that say, Ed?
That says no damn turnovers.
Repeat that again. Say it again. I didn't hear you quite well the first time. The Grinch is kind of hard of hearing and stuff, Say it again.
No damn turnovers.
No turnovers.
Thank you.
Because there was times last week, even though the Browns won, truthfully, they should have won by more against Jacksonville. But we kept them in it. It was a case of what we gave them, for real. And I remember it was a sequence when the Browns were up by 2 scores, and he just had Joe Flacco throwing and throwing, and he got hit and popped the ball and went away. We can't do that. Can't do that. Ground and motherfucking pound. No turnovers, especially no situational turnovers.
Right. You can't be chucking the ball on the 20-yard line when you're, like you said, you get the ball on the 20. You can't be chucking it downfield, get hit, and then they get a quick touchdown that way. Know where you're going to be on the field. You want to take shots at the end zone, do it on the 50-yard line. Don't be doing it from your own 20.
Right. Exactly. Now, the key players that you got to watch for the Chicago Bears on offense is Justin Fields and right receiver DJ Moore. What are your thoughts as far as offense?
Yeah, I would say those are the two biggest ones. Now they got what is it? Cole Kmet is their
tight end.
Yeah, I got to watch him. He's on my fantasy team, so if he happens to go off, I ain't gonna be too mad. But hopefully he doesn't. But the thing about it is, the middle of the field we talk about. So I still think it's gonna be hard for the Bears to win. I don't see a scenario where they do win because I just think the Browns, especially with their defense, is so good and solid. And if we don't turn the damn ball over, then we should be okay. But it is the NFL, and Justin Fields and the Bears have been hot lately.
Yes.
But I kind of, last time we played them, I know it was a couple of years ago, so different team, whatever, but we had like 9.5 sacks against them. And, Justin, we tried to make him a primary passer and he couldn't handle it then. And I don't know how much better. Yeah.
And that was also his first start in the league.
Yeah, I know. So it's I mean, he's gotten a little better, but a lot better, I should say. But, but still making him the primary passer, I still think that's our best chance to win. I will say one thing. If we can get him to run when he doesn't want to run, that puts us in the best. But if they're going to call design runs, I think that's
where he's dangerous. That's where he's dangerous. I've been telling people all week, don't look past this team.
I know.
Because think about it. Think about this. Chicago should have swept the team that's in first place in their division, Detroit, because they had that first game in Detroit all the way to the very last few minutes. They were up by double figures.
Yeah, 12 with 3 minutes to go. Yeah.
Then Detroit pulled a rabbit out their ass and won the game. And think about this. Look what Detroit did to Denver last night.
Yeah.
And Denver manhandled our asses. So don't look at Chicago's. Don't let that 5-8 fool you.
Right.
This is a good team. Also on defense, main people you got to watch mainly is Montez Sweat.
Yes.
Defensive lineman Montez Sweat. So ever since they got him in the trade with the Washington Commanders, their defense has played a lot better.
Yeah. They're a solid defense. I'll give them that. They got a solid defense. Yeah.
And what's the cornerback's name? Jalen Johnson or somebody?
Yeah,
like
they're going to give him a big year, 7-year, $93 million or something. I think.
Yes, he just got paid.
Yeah,
him too. And see, that's where Kevin likes to get cute. We don't need no passes going to Jalen Johnson today.
Let's not try to test him. I know we got paid, but let's not try to test him if you don't have to. If you don't have to.
Yes, exactly. If you don't have to, and I think the Browns have to get ahead. Also,
yeah, I liked what they did last week against Jacksonville. Now they got too cute and started passing it when they should have done the ground and pound. But to your point, I would basically run the same kind of offense that we ran last week. Kind of get the lead if you can, but instead, Kevin, stop throwing it and go to the ground and pound so you don't let a team back in. But I think it's the same formula because basically it comes down to this with these teams. If we don't beat ourselves, we should win these games.
And think about it. We 8-5 and we done beat ourselves all year.
I know it exactly.
All year. Turnover. At some point, it has to end.
Yeah. You would think.
True.
I mean, you know.
You're right. You are right. You are right. So we going to go to a couple of games to go and prognosticate. I don't have the Western names made today. It's any important games. Yes, it is. It's two. Two going on besides ours. Later on today, you have the Dallas Cowboys going to visit the Buffalo Bills. Dallas with 10-3. They're ranked number 3 in the Locked On Sports 216 NFL Power Rankings. And the Buffalo Bills, the hot shot mover, they're ranked number 5 in the Locked On Sports 216 Power Rankings. But don't let the 7-6 record fool you, because Buffalo can beat almost everybody in that top 10.
Yeah.
And probably beat them all easily. But just as they can beat them, they can lose.
That's right.
They can lose to almost everybody in the league. Ed, what is your prognostication?
Oh, this is, you know what? And I don't know. I know we talked about it, but I know Dallas plays Miami as well coming up, because I think they have the AFC East. Oh,
yes.
Gosh. You know what? And it's in Buffalo. You know what? I really want to say Dallas, but give me Buffalo by 3. And because I think it's one of those games where Dallas 10-3, they'll be 10-4, and there'll be a game that they wish that they had. I hope the Eagles out a little bit. Give me Buffalo by 3, but that's a pick'em game.
Yeah, because it's like Dallas can lose this game too. Yeah. And this is an important game for Dallas, because let's just be real. Dallas at home is a way different team.
Yes,
and Dallas needs home field advantage more so than San Francisco and more so than Philadelphia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dallas has to win, and I say somehow, some way, the Cowboys are going to pull this game out. But it will probably be the best game of the day. I'm going to be honest. Dallas pulls it out something like 28-24, 28-27. They pull this out, but Dallas has to win this game because they need home field advantage way more than Frisco does. And
they can go on the road.
Philly does. Because if Dallas goes on the road, they might win one, but and Dallas got a tough road too, because you got to think they play Miami, they play Detroit, and they play Washington again, I think.
Okay, that's never a gimme.
And Washington, it could be a gimme, but Washington plays them tough in Washington.
It's a division rival, so you never know. Yeah.
Dallas has to get this game, and it'll be a waste of fucking time if they fuck around and then kick Philadelphia's ass last
week, and then
get their ass kicked today in Buffalo.
They have a tough schedule, though. I'll give that. I mean, Dallas has a tough schedule.
They do. They definitely do. And plus, to me, anyway, with Dallas, it ain't really the regular season. It's what they do in the playoffs.
They do in the playoffs. But to your point, they need the home field in the playoffs to really help them.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Which leads me to the game that's going on tonight. Oh, and I got Dallas winning. Okay. Buffalo against Jacksonville. They travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Well, I mean, not Buffalo. The Baltimore Ravens, whose team is ranked number 2 in the power rankings, against the team that's ranked number 9, Jacksonville. Who do you prognosticate?
Jacksonville, as I've talked about it on the show many times, and when the 49ers went to the Duval and beat them down, Jacksonville is just a different animal at home. They don't like home for whatever reason. They don't do well at home. But they coming off a loss at Cleveland. They're 8-5. Baltimore, they're kind of in the driver's seat, so I could see where they might be a foot off the gas a little bit, just a little bit. They're like any other team. They might take a tough loss, and it'll just rebound. They'll rebound and win the rest of the games the rest of the season, and it won't matter. But you know what? I'm going to say the Jaguars win by 3 tonight, and it's going to be obviously a very close game, but there's something about the Jaguars. I think that they really need this win here to kind of solidify things.
True. I'm going to say this. And you know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're going to say.
In Lamar, I trust.
I know, I do
Lamar is not going to let Baltimore lose to Jacksonville. Jacksonville probably wishes they never would have fucked with the AFC North this year.
Yeah.
And I think Baltimore is going to make them wish that even more. Because the one thing I wasn't really impressed by Jacksonville, for real, for real.
I
Think
wasn't
about
either.
it.
Yeah.
The Browns literally had their way with them. They
Yeah.
just gave everything Jacksonville got, the Browns literally gave to them.
It's so true. So true.
And they're not going to get that luxury tonight against the Ravens. They're not. They are not. It's not going to happen. And now Baltimore's passing game is done got unlocked. And I know Matt Trigger somewhere smiling like, Keith, you have finally crossed the bridge. But Matt, and what's Matt's co-host name? My other guy?
You hit me off too quick here, and I apologize. Just,
But I was watching a podcast yesterday.
it's a great
Shout out to
podcast.
them.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
AW.
Yes, it is. But Jacksonville not going to get that lucky this week. They're not going to get that luxury. They're not. I got Baltimore winning 27-21.
Okay.
27-20, because I wasn't really all impressed, and Etienne is still nursing injuries.
So yeah, and so is
And so is Trevor Lawrence has still got that high ankle sprain, even though in a way you really couldn't tell last week.
no. But maybe it affected his throwing, because if you looked at some of those deep balls and stuff, he was overthrowing it, so maybe stepping with that foot. So who knows? But he didn't look exactly accurate last week.
No, he did not. No, he did not. And I'm gonna be honest. You can say whatever you want about Baltimore, and now can this all squash the narrative of Lamar just being a runner quarterback, not a passer?
I have. I don't. I mean, people love to say it, but they'd be factually inaccurate, because I think he's a better actually passer than run. He doesn't run that much anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. I mean, so.
But I got Baltimore winning this game. Baltimore going to win the division, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're going to win the division.
They're going to win the division, and they're going to have home field for the AFC. Because I'm gonna be honest, Baltimore kind of got some things that's relative to what we said in the Browns board.
Yeah,
they have to seize the opportunity this year.
They might win the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yes, and this is probably their year really to win it all.
I agree. I totally agree with that. Their defense, they don't give up any. We talk about this historic Browns defense, but if you actually look at the points allowed, Baltimore is very stingy. Like the 280, they've actually had the better defense than even Cleveland has. Because let's be real, isn't it about giving up points? Not who cares about how many yards you give up? But really, the scoreboard is what matters, right?
Right. It's what you give up on the scoreboard,
right?
And also, you got to look at Baltimore doesn't have as many injuries on defense as the Browns have. They don't. So I got Baltimore winning.
Okay. I could definitely see that.
Let's travel to tomorrow. In the land of could be you. Me and the Grinch. Me, you, and the Grinch.
No.
Anyway, you got Philadelphia. Eagles haven't been flying lately. They go to Seattle to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Whom do you have to win tomorrow?
I think it's breakhead news, but I think Adam Schefter reported, I think Jalen Hurts has been downgraded or something. I don't know if he's even going to play. So if that's the case, and I I'm saying sometimes my breakhead news is actually broke itself, so I don't quote me on that. But give me Seattle in an ugly game, 17-13. That 12th man in Seattle will get it done.
Yes, and I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people was chatting on Deshaun Watson early in the season, and if you look at Jalen Hurts' stat lines, they're comparable to Watson. And to all y'all motherfuckers that was clowning on my goddamn quarterback, Jalen Hurts is getting paid more than Deshaun. But the thing they both got in common, they get results.
Yeah, they win.
They win.
Yeah.
They win. A lot of you short-shotted assholes and motherfuckers need to realize and see that Deshaun wins.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts wins. I'll say this. If Jalen Hurts plays, Philly is going to find a way to pull it out because they need.
I can see that's kind of. I'm thinking that. I'm just kind of. Yeah, I can see that.
Now, if he doesn't play, and if Geno Smith, because you got to realize Geno's nursing injuries too. And if
that's
Geno
right.
Smith doesn't play, but if Geno does play,
A lot of ifs here.
it's a lot of ifs in this game.
Yes.
But Philly needs this game more than Seattle because Seattle is like a dead bird flying.
Kind of.
They're flailing because they're not going to catch San Francisco. And they're in the position for the wild card, but they're not even the hot team. The hot teams in the position for the last wild card is really Green Bay and the Rams. And I truthfully think that the Rams are actually going to get that last wild card spot.
I could see that. Well, that's why Seattle has to. I mean, it's a must. This is their season right here.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen. I got Philadelphia winning this
All right,
game.
fly Eagles fly.
Fly Eagles fly. Fly Eagles fly. I got Philly winning this game because I don't see it at all. I don't see it.
That's right. Well, this is the first time I think that all of our picks are opposite of each other, so this will be good.
Now, which brings us to the game at hand today.
This won't be opposite, I don't think.
I don't think we're going to be opposite.
I don't think so.
Chicago Bears versus the Cleveland Browns. Browns are a 3.5-point favorite. Now, normally in a game like this, the Browns would be about a 6-point favorite or something. Yeah. If Deshaun was playing, I'm just saying, hypothetically, if Deshaun was playing and all the injuries, Browns would probably be a 6-point.
I would agree with that.
6-point?
Yeah.
But today, which I think the odds makers in Las Vegas are thinking Joe Flacco is going to come down to earth.
Yeah, plus the weather, too. I think that it doesn't bode well for, slants and things like that. Things could get, hands up, sloppy weather, people's footing, offensive linemen slipping. Who knows the case may be, but it's not exactly crisp kind of weather for crisp kind of football play. So,
yes.
Yeah. What is the line again you said? What was the
3.5? It was 3.5.
Wow, okay.
Matter of fact, hold on. I'm about to look. Whoa,
okay.
Shit. I'm about to look right now, matter of fact.
Not going to change my outcome, obviously.
Oh, it's not going to change. It's not going to change mine either.
No. But
the Browns are 3.
Okay, 3.
With a 37.5.
Oh, see, that's okay. Okay, over under.
3.
Give me obviously the Browns are going to win this game. But I trying to give you a score because of the weather and things like 24-16 Browns. I'll say kind of a game where I don't know if we're ever like in doubt that we're gonna scared that we're gonna lose per se, but one of those ones where, and it won't be like last week where we're giving up things. But I think it'll be one of those where we could have probably won by 2 touchdowns instead of 1. Maybe there'll be a missed opportunity, a flag calling something back. It's something right. Cleveland Browns like. The normal kind of stuff. Yeah. But nothing really scares me too much. I do think Justin Fields will have like 70 yards rushing. But I don't think it'll be like he'll break a 50-yard touchdown or anything like that because that'll be a backbreaker. But give me the Browns 24-16 in a game that is a must win because let's be real, all games at this point are must wins because it's not about falling in the seedings. It's about elevating yourself. So next week means even more and getting closer to clinching.
Yes, me myself,
and I.
Me myself. I got the Browns winning. They can't lose this game.
Thank you.
They can't. I got the Browns winning. But the only thing with the Browns is the Browns are going to determine whether Chicago is in it or not.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
Because if they start giving the ball away teams' traits do not change during the season. And we've turned the ball over at least twice every game this season. And and looking at the weather, and my man Kevin, even though my dude do deserve consideration for Coach of the Year.
Yes.
But he can't help himself sometimes.
Nope.
He can't help himself sometimes, especially when now he got a 6'6" dude that can throw the ball 60, 70 yards down the field. That was like Kevin had Christmas early with Joe Flacco.
He got batteries with all his toys. He's ready to go.
He got batteries on top of it. He's ready to play regardless.
Yes.
But I'm going to go with the Browns winning 20-13.
Okay.
20-13. Oh. It's just a matter of we keep Chicago winning or not.
They say it's a season of giving. Hopefully the Browns are not up to
Hope
that
they get
today.
out
Do
that
not
season.
give anything today.
Yes, don't give them an inch.
Nope.
An inch. But I got them winning 20-13. Also, real quick before we go, Myles Garrett got fined for his comments toward the officiating. Matter of fact, Myles Garrett got fined, Patrick Mahomes got fined, and Andy Reid got fined.
Well, they deserved it, those two. I don't know. Now, what exactly Myles Garrett? I know he criticized the officials for, but what was he exactly upset about again?
He be getting held every play.
Oh, well, that's been happening his whole career. I mean,
yes, and I guess he got tired of it. Like, So he got fined $25,000, but
but that's a lot.
25,000
for him. It might not be, but
jeez. But I think now the refs probably will start calling it because Myles Garrett is kind of like that dude.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to be that NFL referee that, Myles Garrett puts the NFL referees on blast, gets $25,000. It's a big deal. And then the next week, the last thing the NFL office wants is the Browns to be sending them tapes and say, hey, look, it doesn't seem like anything's changed because, they want a good product as well. So, I mean, I think Myles Garrett took one for the team from his own wallet. And this should help the Browns down the stretch get the calls, hopefully. At least some of them. At least one extra holding call a game might help.
Yes. So, hey, we'll see what happens today. But be sure, 30 minutes after the conclusion of the game, the Grinch from the Hood, and Ed in Columbus will be hosting the Cleveland Browns post game. I got to change my name on the thing, matter of fact.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm going to have this outfit on when I come back. Nice. We'll be hosting the Cleveland Browns post game. And hopefully, we'll be talking about a Browns victory. Hopefully. We'll be talking about a Browns victory because I'd hate to start off my vacation with a damn.
Keith's on vacation. Watch out, Cleveland.
Yes. Even though it ain't the season for me to be jolly, damn it.
Yeah, man, that's.
Bah humbug. I call myself the Grooge. The Grooge Meister.
Well, hopefully, like I said, the Grooge Meister, hopefully he'll be celebrating at 4 o'clock today. So
yes, because it'll be y'all don't want to see me if we get with a loss.
No. But you will see us.
You'll see us.
You'll see us.
You won't want to see me if the Browns lose. Because I might just dye my hair orange, like Heat Miser. Fire red orange.
And now that you say that, I don't know how upset I'm not. Go Browns.
Go Browns. Get a Browns victory. But it was something I was about to say. Shit, it just left off.
Yes, I know. As I get that way, shit happens. I don't know.
It was something I was about to say. But go Browns, like I said. Subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. Subscribe, like the video, share the video. And, hey, like I said, you look at this board, these are the key points to the Browns winning. There we go.
I ride with those.
Justin Fields a passer. Establishing both lines of scrimmage. Getting physical, ground and pound. No cuteness, damn it. Today doesn't call for it. It's nasty and physical. And seize the moment, opportunity presented to you. And please, Cleveland Browns, please, don't give the goddamn ball away. Please, don't do it. Don't do it. And also, do not let Justin Fields go for 300 combined yards, because if he gets 200-something yards passing and 100 yards running, we might not be so nice this afternoon.
Are you saying if he's running like Forrest Gump, we're in trouble?
Yes. Because I'm telling, they can't look past this team.
No.
Because Chicago's also in the playoff race too, believe it or not.
Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
And I'm telling you, you have to face Justin Fields. Dude. Because I think his offensive system did him no justice in the beginning of the year. Do you remember when he spoke out against the offensive coordinator and the coach and said, why y'all got me contained?
Yeah.
Let me do me.
Don't cage Justin Fields. Just let him go.
No. I will say, I'll keep that thought to myself later on. But anyway, the Browns today, they're going to get a win. They better get a win. Kevin seized the opportunity. Get this squad ready to roll. Good luck to the Browns. Hopefully no more significant injuries because, man, we've been bamboozled this year with the injuries. We have.
Oh, we'll be healthy. We're going to stay healthy. We'll be back, like you said, a half hour after because we're not going to be injured. We'll be fine.
Might see me down the shot of hand as a celebratory thing. Because see, as you see right here.
Oh, there you go.
I have my little hen shorties.
Yes, that one's for J.R. Smith right there, little henny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go.
All right. Well, I can't wait. Go Browns.
Yes, sir. So let me use this today, please. Please, Kevin, don't get cute.
Yeah, please. He wants that shot of henny.
I want that shot of henny. I haven't had a drink in almost 2 months. Come on, Kevin. But anyway, we'll be back later on this afternoon, a half hour after the game. Good luck to the Browns, and we'll see y'all soon on Locked On Sports 216.
Go Browns!
Browns pregame. Go Browns. We out. Peace.
Go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Cleveland is the city and town, orange and brown. You know what's going down. We reppin' that dog pound. Fans going crazy. Dogs want a bone. Offense headed straight to the end zone. Ground game, pound game. This is our season. Now we need to stop. Let's go defense. Special team running back 6 for the score. Extra point good and the whole crowd roar. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go.